Hey everyone, welcome back to the Purgatory Dungeon. Mike Bry is here,
Hi.
Art's here. Hey, we promised we're going to talk to you about our only event we have scheduled for this year. It's October 2nd
Yes.
at Fort Winnebago Surgeon's Quarters. So if you go on to their page on Facebook, you can get your tickets there at Eventbrite. Come on out, support the cause. It's going to be fabulous. We had an opportunity 2 years ago now, really, almost,
Right.
to go through the place at night alone, and it was absolutely historic, fantastic, and haunted. Check this out. This is the first clip that we want to show you of what kind of happened. So we're all working the area inside the surgeon's quarters when we capture a figure on our SLS cam. Now, to help verify that photograph, Jude, who's the person that showed us around, he's the caretaker of the property for us and gave us all the history, heard a female voice. And so did our camera. Check this one out. Hi.
Are you mapping?
I did, just briefly. That's the first line in here. What is this I'm looking at? What is that? It's standing.
It's standing on this shelf.
Like I heard a voice again that didn't seem to be coming from that box.
Where did it sound like?
Right over here.
Yep, that's exactly
Like,
where
there's
it
a guy
is.
standing there on the thing.
And what do you think it
You want to
said?
point again where he said
It sounded like a little girl right here.
Here.
Who was that we just saw right here? Amy, was it you?
What?
Or it might have been. It was.
I don't know. It was? What'd you hear? What'd you hear? Jude?
I thought she said it was.
What is this I'm looking at?
Me and Blake were in the surgeon's quarters and doing a EVP, and we heard the word boo. Then all of a sudden someone said, "Look behind you." You'll be able to see it in this clip.
Check this one out.
I swear that thing just said boo. Like, look behind you.
And
Boo.
then, but yeah, I heard look behind you.
Look behind you and then boo.
So if that wasn't awesome enough, they're still over there in the surgeon's quarters. And things are getting a little bit creepy. Things are starting to happen that we're not showing you everything, of course, but little things are happening, like the radios coming on by themselves or shutting off by themselves. So these things are going on. Meanwhile, I'm over at the Garrison School, so I'm nowhere near the place at this point. And this is when Mike and Blake and Jude capture this awesome voice coming through our spirit device that we use. It's called the Bugsy Box. And you will clearly hear two spirits having a conversation where it sounds like the dad or the older male seems to indicate to the child that's been communicating with us that they love him. Check it out. Love you.
Yeah, I heard love you.
Me, Blake, and Jude were in the surgeon's quarters, and Art came over and was going to put us onto a break. So he goes, "Would that be fair enough?" And the spirits answered,
So we're going to give you a little break, and then when we come back, we're going to have another device for you to try, okay? Fair enough? So we're going to give you a little break, and then when we come back, we're going to have another device for you to try, okay? Fair enough? So after the break, we decided to come back, and we're going to work the main room of the house. So we have everybody together now. And we have Mike Bry and Jude and Blake, and we're talking about the restoration projects that are going on. And actually, by coming to the event, you're going to support these restoration projects that are so important in preserving our history. But anyway, back to the point is that we are in this room and we begin these sessions when all of a sudden this happens.
You know Jude? Are you happy with the work they're doing? So what? That's unacceptable.
So as you can see, they seem to be like, yeah, whatever, so what? But let me tell you, it's very important that we preserve this history. So please, October 2nd, mark it on your calendar. Mike, what's next?
Me, Blake, Jude, and Art were in the living room of the surgeon quarters, and Jude asked, "Is the child here?" And they answered yes. He also asked, "Is the child yours?" And they said no.
Is there a child with you? Is that your child?
Whispered no.
No, I heard that. Whose child is it?
So as the energy starts to increase here in the room and all these things are starting to happen for us, you can really feel this tense, immense, friendly energy, but it was, to say the least, about to get a little weird.
Yes.
As you listen to this, listen very closely, you'll hear the spirit box say, "Run." And you'll see that I'm starting to point upwards at the ceiling. You could hear the footsteps go across the ceiling. Mike heard them at the exact same time. So check out this clip. Is this somebody just running around playing inside the surgeon quarters? I don't know. You decide.
Run.
Did it say run?
That's where that just said run.
Run where? What is that? I hear footsteps.
Yep.
Where are you hearing them?
I don't know. Yeah, down the hallway.
Were you just running through the hallway?
It just said run and then
You guys heard that, right? I thought it was above us running through. Are you down here or upstairs?
Upstairs.
We were also sitting in the living room. Art was holding onto the SLS camera. And he goes, "Why don't you go over and touch Jude's hair?" And all of a sudden, the stick figure appears standing on his shoulders. He also asked to stand next to him, and you could see it form on the right-hand side of him. Then Art asked if he knows Mike, and if you can appear between Jude and Mike, and right on cue, it shows up.
Ta-da! Check it out.
Can you stand by Jude? You know Jude.
oh yeah.
There you are. You're standing on his shoulders. Look at you. Jude, did you feel anything at that moment? Can you touch his hair? Jude likes it. Oh, you're standing on the chair next to him now, I see. Do you know Mike? He's sitting over that way too. Can you stand in between them? Oh my gosh, on cue.
He's there.
Yeah.
He's in between you. He's gone.
There he is.
So one of the devices that we use from time to time is kind of controversial in my opinion, but this was relevant and we needed to bring it to you to let you decide. So with the Paranormal Pocket said to be able to manipulate words, vocabulary that's in a database, basically. So from a remote setting that is Bluetooth to a phone or an iPad or what have you. So we set it up, we started using the Paranormal Puck, and we asked if this child was still hanging around us, basically, and there was no response. And then we asked what the building was used for, and this is what happened.
So, do you have a question you want me to type in?
I don't know. We were talking. It seemed like we were talking to maybe a young girl or a young child. So you could try something along those lines.
Is the child in here with us? How's that?
Okay.
In my heart? No response. What was this building used for? Born.
Maybe they were born here.
Oh. What is born? Me.
That's cool.
Now, you might have heard the story of people seeing a lady wearing a blue dress. Well, I can tell you, it's true. I was outside setting our camera up, and through the corner of my eye, I see this lady wearing a blue period dress walk from the surgeon's quarters towards the schoolhouse.
And you know what's neat about that? What used to be where that schoolhouse sits? That's where the hospital
Hospital,
used to
yes,
be.
the hospital is sitting there, yes.
So this is pretty creepy.
Alright, I was over here changing batteries on the SB7, and you guys were gone, and I just happened to catch someone with blue clothing walk by, and I swear it was him.
Like
What's his name?
our little curator?
Yeah. And I looked up and there was no one there.
Where do you walk from?
Walked from that way towards the school.
Towards right back here?
Yep.
All right, everyone. So we're going to take a break from the surgeon quarters now, and we're going to head over to the old Garrison Schoolhouse. So we're pretty excited about getting in there. It does have a family connection to myself. My mother was part of the last graduating class from the old Garrison School, and my two older uncles all graduated from there, so back in the day. So it's kind of neat to be able to go into that time period and see where your family origins are kind of connected.
Right.
So as we're in there, we're not even sure what this means. We're running SB7 at the time.
Yes, we were.
And, well, we get this response just out of nowhere. And we're trying to figure out who or what they mean. Tell us what you guys think of this. Check it out.
Who's coming?
Who's coming? You say he's coming?
Jude was asking a question if anybody knew Captain Gideon Lowe, and the answer was no.
This is pretty cool, actually, because it's such an intelligent response.
Right.
And to get it this clear, incredible. Check it out yourselves.
Did you know Gideon Lowe?
No, sir.
Did you know Gideon Lowe?
No, sir.
I was asking a question about what was the name of the fort, and the answer I received was Fort. What was the name of the fort?
The fort?
Yes, the fort. What was the name of the fort?
The fort?
Yes, the fort.
So one of the great coolest things about this schoolhouse, which still has the wood stove in the back of the school and everything, these old desks, it's just an awesome feeling in there. You could only imagine what it was like back then. So Mike starts asking questions that a paranormal investigator would ask, like, "Are you a teacher here?" No response. Were you a student here? And what happened then, Mike?
Got an answer of just me, I guess.
Wild.
Oh,
Look at this.
are you one of the old teachers? you're one of the students.
Me, I guess. Me, I guess.
I am in the kitchen doing an EVP session, and I ask a question, are you over here? And I hear a female voice go, yeah. Are you over here? Yeah. Yeah?
I heard you. He heard you too.
Yeah, that's clear. Are you over here?
So immediately following this happening, if you will, in the kitchen, Mike sets his sights and moves around the table a little bit, as you'll see here. And as he comes around the table, Jude and Blake and Mike hear a child's voice. Here's what they heard.
That was something faint.
Yeah.
Did that come out of the box or did I hear that somewhere else? Did you hear it? Did you hear the girl?
Yeah.
That didn't come out of the box, did it?
No.
That was something faint.
As you can see, this child's voice comes out of nowhere. It doesn't come through the box. It's confirmed from Mike. It also matches up with the female voice we heard earlier.
Yes.
that Jude heard down the hallway. So pretty fantastic evidence. Same voice, same sound to the voice, same area. Pretty astonishing.
Okay, we moved from the kitchen into the living room, and there's a case there with a red uniform top. And we get a stick figure there, standing in front of the case. And I ask it, can you touch Blake's hand? And sure enough, it touches his hand. Okay, Blake, I got something here.
That's where they did something last time too.
Next to it?
Yep.
Can you see my hand?
Yep. If that's you, can you touch Blake's hand? Reach out and touch his hand. Oh, it is.
Oh my god.
You feel it, Blake? It's touching your hand.
I'm starting to get a chill.
It's touching your hand. See that? Thank you.
Man, that's pretty awesome that happened.
Yes, it
I
was.
mean, you tell Blake is seriously shook up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Blake, if you know Blake, he doesn't scare easily. And you could tell he had chills running through his body.
Mm-hmm.
But then to kind of top it off in this living room session that you guys are doing, you're over there, you're operating a spirit box, and you asked what I thought was a really smart, intelligent question, and that is, are you afraid to talk to us? I mean, is there consequences for those on the other side
Right.
if they communicate with us? Like we may have consequences for trying to communicate with them. And I think the answer is here in Mike's SB7 when this lady will answer that question for him. Check this one out.
Are you afraid to talk to us? Because we seem different?
No.
Yeah. Was that no or yeah?
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you afraid to talk to us? Because we seem different?
No.
Yeah. Was that no or yeah?
Yeah.
I heard
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jude, he was holding onto a flashlight that kept on going on and off. And Blake asked if you could please leave it alone.
And honestly, Jude was freaked out.
Yes, Jude was a little freaked out a little bit.
The light just wouldn't work, and it's never done that. It didn't do it again the rest of the evening.
No, I didn't.
So Jude, the skeptic, is slowly becoming a believer, and by the end of this investigation, I think he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Oops. Alright, sorry. Are you messing with the flashlight right now?
Could be. I wasn't acting quite like this before. Well,
Can you leave it alone for a minute, please?
Let it turn on. There you go, thank you.
Thank you.
this is Saturday Clark.
Then we moved into the bedroom, and I was asking questions about the blanket on the bed. I'll let the video answer the questions for you.
Try asking about this blanket again.
Whose blanket is this right here? Whose is that? Ours.
Yeah, that was very clear.
So, I mean, overall, what are you feeling about this place?
I think it's haunted. A lot of history to it. A lot of residual hauntings. A lot of intelligent answering, and
Yeah, that was the best part of it, I think, is because, you know, it's an older building. It hasn't really been investigated before except by one paranormal team out of Michigan, I believe. And to be literally the second team in sometimes can be difficult, almost as difficult as the first team, because they have to learn how to manipulate our equipment in some situations, or they're terrified, like, why are these people talking to me? You know, sometimes they're excited to see people, sometimes it can be just the opposite. And I thought, really, Mike, once you guys started that SB7 run in the living room area by the band coat, and where Blake was touched, and where the radios kept going on and off, and we're having anomalies that you're going to see later that appeared. I just think it's fantastic that we're able to run this long SB7 session.
right.
And what we want to do is just show you a clip of it. We're not going to talk about what it is, what it says. We're going to just let you watch it. And I think it's got some really good two-way communication in it.
Can you tell me what this is over here? What's this red uniform? What is this? What did this used to be? The fur trader, his name was
Leroy, trying to follow
Leroy? Yeah. Mr. Leroy, are you here?
That just turned on.
Yeah.
Did you just turn my radio on?
I heard yeah, I did.
Oh.
You did? Well, thank you. Do you like us here? Mr. Leroy, you used to be a trapper? Or
Yeah.
and this is the continuation of the SB7 session and the two-way communication.
Crazy.
The proprietors of the store, are you here?
Say my store.
Sound like it. If this was your store, what is your name? Can you name one of us? Can you name one of us? Whoever we're talking to, was it you that walked by me?
So that was an incredible SB7 session.
Yes, it was.
And we're only showing parts of it, of course. So, I mean, the vitality of the entire situation was just, it was through the roof at that point. And it's something, you got to be able to feel it. You got to be able to be there and understand that it's more than just you watching this video. When you're there, when you feel the energies in the room, it's absolutely incredible. Enjoy this. Book the date now, October 2nd. Links down below. If you look down below here in the comment section, please make sure you get your tickets. This will sell out. We will open up one more show if necessary, but after that, forget it. And a lot of these proceeds go to restoring and keeping and maintaining this property. So it's very important that we keep that part of our history. Speaking of things on the property, the mystery chair.
Mystery chair, yep.
Now, we can't say this is paranormal, but it is definitely odd.
Odd, yes.
So, Jude knows every piece of this property. You are not allowed to touch certain things. We weren't allowed to put anything on a blanket or any equipment. Couldn't even set down a K2 meter on a blanket because it was original, and this stuff is from 1813 or 1819, whatever it was. So you have to understand that they're very particular about all the items inside of the surgeon's quarters and the old garrison schoolhouse. But one thing that we found intriguing that we weren't even sure we're going to share with them.
Right.
But we're gonna. The mystery chair. That's what we're calling it, the mystery chair. So Jude knows every piece of furniture and how it works. And somehow this chair is 15, 20 feet away from where it belongs. And as people were tripping over it, because it normally isn't there and we're in the dark. But Jude calls it out. Now, no one on our team for sure touched it. I was at the schoolhouse at the time.
Right.
And you guys were all in the other living room.
Right, we were with Jude, yep.
So for this chair to get there, we're not sure if it was there, if it got moved there by someone or something. But the point is, it doesn't belong there. No one touches the furniture. So how it got there, we don't know.
Don't know.
Check this out.
Did you move the chair over here?
What's that?
Did you move this chair here?
No. Did you move this chair?
No, I didn't. Never touched nothing. It's not usually here.
The chair isn't supposed to be here.
No, it's usually over there.
Where's it at?
Usually over there.
It sits over here.
Yeah, by that fin. No, I never. No, I didn't touch it.
Escart.
Yeah, and then, hey, Art. Did you happen to move a chair over here? In the living room.
Because there's a chair in the middle of the living room.
There's a chair in the middle of the living room right now. No, he didn't touch it. That's interesting.
Me and Blake were in the kitchen, and all of a sudden my radio turns on by itself. I don't know how this happened, but it did, and it was sending goosebumps on everybody's arms.
It's incredible.
What was it called then? Oh.
Turn the radio on again. I got goosebumps.
You're the only one.
You just touched Mike?
Me and Blake were in the living room, and my radio turned on again by itself. I don't know what's going on here, so I called Art up asking him if he was trying to call me.
Yeah, it wasn't me, obviously. I was still over in the schoolhouse. So this radio comes on, and you capture this female voice.
Yep.
Clearly says, it was me, or I did. Or
I did, it was me, yep.
Yeah, so, and I think Jude or Blake all heard that at the time. We'll look here in the review. But I think the most ironic part, anybody who knows us knows that we're not orb people.
No.
Never have been, really. Maybe when you first start, and you're not aware of how
IR reflex and stuff. But we caught dust particles at different times throughout the evening, but we didn't capture anything like this. Watch this anomaly after this female's voice come out of Mike's radio and disappear. It is absolutely
amazing.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know how else to put
Yep.
it.
Tell them my radio keeps turning on.
Sounded like this.
Okay, so remember to go to this website that will be down below here. October 2nd is when they will be having the showing. Please buy your tickets to support this wonderful place.
Man, we hope to see you there because, you know, and I know we talked about it during this filming, but man, if you're not there to feel it or experience it, you're just watching TV. Come on out, be a part of it, use the equipment, learn the history of this property, and I promise you, it'll change the way you feel about death.
Yes.
Till next time, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you liked it. Refer your friends, do whatever you can. Help us get to that 1,000 likes. In the meantime, October 2nd, 2021, we will see you there.